The problem is that we need to take care of our own health. Doctors just simply don't have the time to explain things that should be explained. You can actually get answers these days. That's the beauty of this, is that if you had the right equipment, you can do a lot that a doctor can normally do in their own office. And in this video, I'm going to show you some equipment that you can use that will give you a tremendous amount of insight into your health and whether or not you should pursue a doctor visit. We have to get some equipment. Just like if you were to start exercising, you would simply need some weights, you would need some bands. If you're gonna become a cyclist, there's one thing you need, and that is a bicycle. You have to be willing to invest in your own health. When someone says, well, that's too much money, the answer is, well, how much would it cost you to go to the doctor and get the same amount of information? So I'm going to show you something that I want you to have. And this was sent to me. It's from WellU. And let me see if I can put this up real close to the camera. This is an amazing thing. Check out what this does. This will check, I like this, the daily check. Okay, right there. It'll do an EKG or an ECG. This one will check, it's an oximeter. That's nice to have, especially these days. This will check your blood pressure. It'll check your blood glucose. It's got a thermometer. It also has a sleep monitor, which is very, very important. If you suspect that you have, where is that? It's right there. If you suspect that you have sleep apnea, or that your oxygen levels are going down when you sleep, this is a great tool. So then it's got a pedometer down here. This is where it's got settings, ECG Holter. You could wear it throughout the day and do that. This will connect it to your mobile device, and it'll also connect it to your personal computer. So it's amazing. I'll tell you, man, when I first started in practice 26 years ago, it was almost unimaginable that you can have this. If you wanted your oxygen checked, you wanted your pulse checked, you wanted an EKG, a pulse oximeter, even just blood glucose, it was an investment of time and money to go to the doctor to get all those things, and very often they didn't even do all these things, to be honest. And it's all now in a device like this that you can simply purchase. Now let me give you some examples. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm going to show you how to use one of these things. Now this is awesome. I'm just going to do the daily check. Let me show you how this works. What you're going to do is you're going to take your finger and you're going to place it right here. I'm going to hit daily check, by the way. Okay.
Hold device and rest on table. Insert finger. Keep device at heart level.
Okay, now some of these things I can't do because I'm making a video, so I'm not going to put it at heart level. You put your thumb right here, and your middle finger goes on right there, and then your palm goes here, and you'll see what it's doing. Let's see if it'll work. You can actually see it. It should be checking my EKG and my oxygen levels. Okay, my heart rate was 47. These numbers here are the different sections for the EKG, and then it's got, well, it says low heart rate, but I'm an athlete, so my heart rate's okay, so I'll live. My oxygen levels are 100%. Okay, it's got all these things, and it's amazing how fast that occurs. Now you can do individual things, which I'm going to show you because it says blood pressure. I'm going to show you how that works. But now this also will check your blood pressure. You can see it gives you instructions. Now I'm just doing this for demonstration, guys. Don't get mad at me if I don't have my arm in the right position and I'm talking. Give me a minute to just kind of get this set up. I should be resting, all these different things, and it's got this thing where it says this goes down. It shows you where the artery should be. You can see that. And then I'll show you how easy this tool is. Then it's got this thing, and you just start pushing. You hit start right there. Okay, I'm trying to do this until, for demonstration purposes, but I only have 2 arms. So you just hit the thing, and it'll tell you what to do. It says stop pumping. You can see it's measuring my blood pressure. You see that? And then it's got a relief valve. You just hit it. There you go. So right there, that's my blood pressure. 140/87. So that's blood pressure. Now let me show you another thing that this has. It's got a pulse oximeter, but check it out. For little kids or adults, it can take your temperature. So this is temperature.
Put sensor on temple. Click button, then scan to forehead until a beep.
Okay. Okay, and there's my temperature. This product has, let me list the things that you can do yourself at home. That's amazing. It can do an EKG, and there are 4 different methods. You could hook up, this product comes up with pads. You can do a Holter monitor, so you can do throughout the day or night. It's got all the different leads for that. It's got temperature. It could take your temperature. It can check your oxygen levels. That's what the oximeter is for. If you suspect that you have a sleep problem, you can hook this up to your finger, and then there's a band somewhere where it'll attach it to your wrist, and you sleep with this. And what it will do is check to see if you have sleep apnea, and it'll let you know if you are losing oxygen throughout the night. So it'll give you the average oxygen level that you have, as well as the lowest oxygen level. Also, it has a pedometer, which is right there. So you just keep it in your pocket, and you can go for exercise and walks. It'll keep track of how many steps you take, how many calories you're burning, which is important, and it'll tell you the average speed of how fast you're walking. The last thing about a product like this is that it has a reminder. So it will remind you to take medication. It'll remind you to do exercise. You can set up to 6 reminders of things that you want to be reminded throughout the day. And again, getting back to the beginning of the topic here is that we really need to take care of ourselves. We can't rely on someone else and make it their responsibility. In the past, you had to, because if you wanted your blood pressure checked, there were no automatic blood pressure cuffs. You had to actually learn Korotkov sounds, and you actually had to learn the technique of taking blood pressure, and ultimately, how does one do it themselves? It's a skill. Now it literally takes no skill whatsoever. So if you want something like this, then there's going to be a link down below. You can hit that link and get one of these for yourself. And it's a tremendous benefit to be able to monitor your body. A lot of metrics that you can check with just a little object like this. I hope you get one. I think it's worth it. And you can really start to take charge of your health and become the healthy person that you really want to be.